Welcome to part 2, Gospel Faith Television, Pastor Jimba Alex, and the topic is still, there will never be another Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You think about it. Whenever the disciples spoke to Jesus, or whenever the people were in problems, or whenever they came to Jesus, they spoke to him, and Jesus always welcomed them, but he always got them thinking about heaven. Jesus always spoke about heaven. Jesus always spoke about his Father, and he always spoke about heaven. And the reason why Jesus always spoke about heaven is because he has lived there before, and he was going to do whatever was necessary that was going to get him back into heaven. Think about it. When the Roman soldiers, they celebrated and they danced around and they were happy, they were overjoyed because they killed Jesus and they buried Jesus. Jesus was crucified publicly and they buried him. But after 3 days, or on the third day, Jesus had the ability to resurrect. And that's why Jesus is alive today. That resurrection doesn't mean, oh, he just resurrected. No. Resurrection means life after death. He's trying to show us that there's something called, or there's a place called eternal life. And Jesus Christ of Nazareth is the originator of eternal life. There was something unique about Jesus Christ of Nazareth. There was something unique about this black African that had a lot of Afro hair. Jesus took pride in feeding the poor people. You know, in the world that we live in today, some people, they got loads of food in their houses, and loads of people, they don't have no food in their houses, and the ones that are rich, that have got food and a lot of money, they take pride and joy from the poverty-stricken and the impoverished. But Jesus wasn't like that. Jesus walked around town. He walked around the whole city looking for the poor people so he could feed them. And that tells me that the poor people, when they saw Jesus, despite them starving for days, they had hope. They became alive because Jesus was around. There's no better example than the feeding of the 5,000 in the Bible with 2 fish and 5 loaves. Jesus fed 5,000 people. He fed a stadium. He fed a multitude of people. Never forget that. Jesus had power and dominion over fish. Fishes are not even human beings. Jesus could relate to fish. He told his disciples, he said, go into the water and the fish you see, get a coin out of that fish's mouth. That means Jesus has already communicated with the fish already. That means before the disciples got to the water, the fish was aware of the situation. The fish swam towards them. Very unique individual. There will never be another Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's the theme of this topic. There will never be another Jesus Christ of Nazareth. When Jesus walked on earth, there was so much excitement. So much excitement. People were happy, jumping. Royalty was around. The people got excited. Even the lame that couldn't walk, they were getting excited. Even people on crutches, they threw away their crutches and they were trying to get to Jesus. So much excitement on earth because of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He took it a step further. He spoke to the wind. He said to the wind, I don't know what your mission is. Your mission is not my business, but whatever it is, whatever destruction you're coming to do at this particular time, I rebuke you back to wherever it is you're coming from. When a hurricane is coming towards you, a hurricane is not coming to be your friend. And when this raging wind was coming towards the disciples in the boat, Jesus was asleep. When they woke him up, he had the ability and the dominion to rebuke the wind. He spoke to the wind, and the wind said, yes, sir. The wind could have argued. I said, what do you mean? But they didn't have the ability or the strength to do that. They said, yes, sir. And they went backwards. That's the power of Jesus. That's the power of Jesus. Jesus gave hope. Jesus Christ of Nazareth gave hope to the whole world. He brought joy to the whole world. He gave hope to the whole world. He took it a step further. Not only did he speak to the fish and the wind, Jesus took it a step further. He spoke to the tree. And the tree said, yes, sir. He said, as from today, nothing shall grow on this tree ever again. And the tree said, yes, sir. Nothing ever grew on the fig tree ever again. Actually, his disciples called him master. And the reason why his disciples called him the master is because Jesus had the ideal and the appropriate answer for everything. But he wasn't a show-off.